bro, my dog Brody just beat a pit bull in a fight, like, no joke. We were at this dog park, right? And we'd seen this pit bull before. And, bro, look at this guy. Look at the happy dog. He's not a fighter. He's a lover. But he is unneutered. So we were at the dog park. And, this was like 2 weeks ago now. He's there chilling. He's probably the only unneutered dog anywhere. He never really has any problems. He has had, like, some minor shit with, like, every dog, you know? He's gotten into, like... Sorry, cut off. But he's gotten into, like, little skirmishes over a ball or something like that. Like, just, like, kind of warned dogs, like, growled at him. He's done that, but he's never been in, like, a fight. So, this pit bull came in with this old guy who couldn't, like, really, he, like, limps around. He can't even, like, keep track of the pit bull, right? Like, he can't keep up with him or anything. This old guy comes in, lets the pit bull off the leash. They're, like, fighting, or they're like, looking at each other, like, greeting each other, but not, like, circling each other. So if you own a dog, you know that's, like, fighting behavior. If you, like, if they square off against each other, they're, like, sizing each other up. And they were just, like, looking at each other like that for a while. Then they separated. Then Brody kind of, like, went up to him and kept, like, checking him, like, walking in his way and shit, and, like, trying to just, like, set the tone. And so the pit bull and Brody eventually squared off again. I was like, I looked at the owner, I was like, yo, grab your dog, whatever. I grabbed my dog. He grabbed his dog, and immediately they started trying to fight, right? So this was like 2 weeks ago. And that pit bull, the pit bull's like the same size as Brody probably, but obviously way more muscle. And so that he dragged his owner, who was like an old guy, to the ground. The guy was grabbing the collar with like two hands on the fucking neck and shit. And, Brody, I got Brody out of there. Like, the pit bull drags his owner to the ground, and I leave, okay? So, at that point, we both know, like, don't bring your dog around my dog. Like, it's not a good look. It's not going to be good for either of them. So, at least I thought so. This guy shows up again today, okay? Doesn't warn me or anything, doesn't ask me to leave, or doesn't, nothing. Like, he just walks into the park again like nothing happened. And immediately the pit bull obviously walks straight up to Brody. They start squaring off. Brody's looking kind of like scared, but like cautious. He's like, making this face, like kind of like, I'm gonna try to imitate it, but it's gonna be terrible. He was like this. He was like as the pit bull was stalking him. And, hey, Brody. What's up, buddy? So he was like, the pit bull walks right up to him. And I'm like, yo, get your dog, bro. They're going to fight. Because the pit bull's tail is, like, in the air, wagging high. He's like, oh, he's wagging his tail. He's happy. I'm like, are you dumb? Like, if you own a dog, that's not happy. That's, like, bad. So, so that was that. That was going on. And I was like, grab your dog. I didn't want to grab his dog or grab Brody because they would start fighting right away. I could tell they were going to start fighting. They were, like, 3 feet away from me. The guy was, like, 15 feet away, like, hesitating to get involved. He was about to go sit down. I was like, bro, get your fucking dog. He finally is like, whatever, starts walking over. As he starts walking over, they start fighting. They actually start fighting. And I'm like, I grab his dog by the collar, okay? By the time I grab the dog, because I'm like 3 or 4 feet away, I gotta like get in and like get my hands on, I figure out where because, it's not that easy. They're like moving around and shit. Like, it's not easy to just grab one. So I'm doing that. I'm trying to do that. Brody gets, I'm trying to grab whoever I can, really. Brody gets... the pit bull tries to bite him twice. He gives him his back. He, like, pushes him off. And then he gets his ear somehow, because Brody's quick. So he got his ear and was just holding on. Like, he wasn't, like, ripping his ear off or anything. But he was just holding on, like, trying to, like, I guess, kind of self-defense a little bit. Self-defend. And, so he just held on. And then I got the pit bull by the neck. And the owner gets his pit bull by the neck. And then I got Brody to detach. And we left. And I was, like, cussing the guy out, obviously, because, like, what the fuck? Or you're a dumbass, bro. What the fuck? So, like, and I was like, next time you see me, like, whatever. He was chill. He, like, tried to calm me down. He was like, my bad, I didn't see you, whatever. I was like, all right, I mean, like, the fuck, you're still a dumbass. But, next time we'll, whatever. So, but Brody, moral of the story is, Brody just kind of won a fight against a pit bull. Unneutered pit bull, about 85, 90 pounds. Same size as this kid, but a little bit more. He's like 65 pounds, but Brody's quick. He's got like golden retriever and herding breeds, like border collie and Australian shepherd. I think the pit bull's still just by default has the advantage in the fight, but he like, I mean, yeah, man, Brody won. So good job. I wanted to record this as like part of his history, you know? It's sick that he beat a pit bull in a fight. And I mean, low key, like, I think if it was a fight to the death, eventually the pit bull might have got him, but Brody was able to like stave him off and honestly like put him in a position where he couldn't fuck with him, and he was like in control, you know? And I think the speed, he has advantages in quickness and speed. The double coat helps because it makes it harder for the other animal to attach. So he's got some defensive qualities that help him in fights, and then he's also adorable. He's also very smart. Brody, say hi. Good boy. And so, yeah, that's my dog, man.